Is that everything? I believe.
I love it.
Okay.
Knocked it out of the park. All right, so let's get started with some actual code. We don't want the script at the top of the page. So at render time, this will be executing before the HTML is rendered, creating visually unappealing white screen for a time.
Yeah, that's a great point. So I'll put a new script down here.
Cool. You actually don't need a new script tag. You can add some new logic to the existing script.
So we'll pass in the document, or we don't really need to pass anything in.
We don't need to pass in the document. There is always a reference to the document in a browser script tag. Okay. So you can just write the word document.
Would you do a count or length of a p tag?
All right. So you're asking how to get the number of words?
Yeah.
I love this question. All right. Let's see if other people have thoughts. Does anyone? So we know that you can get the text out of the p tag, right? That's not too hard. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Would we separate, like, would we call the p and then remove, or like for every separation of white space?
Yep.
And then count it that way? Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So that gets us that.
So what does that give us? So I think we should change the variable name here to match what it really is.
Okay. P text count.
Yep. Yeah, or you could just say word count, right?
Oh, good point.
So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, it's getting the keys. It's getting the keys of the collection. So in versus of, and this is one of the reasons I prefer the integer based, because you just have to remember in versus of. We call it a syntactic sugar. It's supposed to make the developer's life easier. It's easier to write and read, but it comes at the cost of brute memorization. Like, you have to know which one to use. But if you know which one to use, it kind of saves you a step.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll call p-word count, and then we'll add on the count of paragraph dot inner text. We're gonna copy this guy.
And before looking at it, you should tell yourself, what do you expect to see? So maybe you can share with us, when we say reasonable number, what would be an example of a number that something is wrong here? And what would be an example of a number like, okay, that's reasonable?
I would guess like under 2,000 or around 2,000 would make sense with how many words are in there. So anything over that, I feel like it's calling something completely wrong.
What if it's 0?
If it's 0, I did something wrong. I did something wrong.
Yeah. Cool.
My calculation. Yeah. 518. It's way less than I thought. Okay, so it's working correctly.
Nice. We have our word count. Now we just need to convert that into read time minutes and then update the text over there near the title. And there's one other thing that I would like to do, which is color, like dynamic coloring. So like you have a button to like change colors of stuff. And then we'll be done with this blog and we'll be on to the next project. So feel free to take a crack at that for the homework, or we can mess with it like at our next meeting.
Sweet.
Good to see y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Sounds good.
Thank you for your patience.
Take care, everyone.